So my left kneecap is fixed. It's moved down and it's not tilted. And then this is the other kneecap, which is basically where the top of this one is the bottom of this one, which makes me really uneven and all jacked up. If you don't know what color guard is, it's kind of okay, but if you live in Indiana and you don't know what color guard is, it's like you live under a rock. It's basically like we do like the flags and stuff with the band. The beginning of my very first Royal Invitational, which is a marching band competition that we host, I was supposed to be volunteering, so I was helping, and my mom's in charge of like band check-in. So I was there early and I was like, oh, I'll help. I'll go on the bus and, you know, stamp some kids. Hey, my name's Maddie, let me stamp your hands. Talking to the bus driver, I kind of took like one step backwards down the stairs, which, you know, probably shouldn't go down the stairs backwards. And then I went to go turn around and just, you know, keep going down the steps. But instead of going down the steps, I fell down the steps. Like, and I landed right onto my knee, which was not good. Then the bus driver parks the bus and she's freaking out. So she gets off the bus. She's like, are you okay? Are you okay? I was like, I'm fine, I'm great. Because I wasn't gonna tell her that it hurt. I was like bleeding. There's like blood everywhere. I'm all scraped up. So I pick myself up. I pretend that I'm fine. These 30 kids that I had just stamped just witnessed me falling out of the bus. Like, they just... Oh, it was so bad. It was so embarrassing. So I got up and I pretended that I was okay all day long and I was fine. But then I wasn't fine because they took me to the doctor and they told me that I most likely tore apart basically like all of my ligaments and I shattered my cartilage. So I was put in a immobilizer for 2 weeks and I couldn't perform. After that doctor's visit began months and months and months of physical therapy and x-rays and like anything you can imagine, like just bizarre. And they told me, you know, maybe we're gonna have to do a minor surgery to repair that. They started giving me steroid shots. I got orthotics. They tried everything to fix me without really fixing me, so I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go talk to somebody else about my knee. I went to my new doctor the end of October. Dr. Barris walked in the room and he was like, you have messed up knees. Basically, he told me that I was going to have surgery as soon as possible. November 14th, 2013, I was scheduled for surgery. It was kind of hard. It was weird because one thing I noticed is like, my knees are never going to match again. So I went in for surgery. My mom could only be with me for so long until they took me back. We turned the corner and my doctor, the short Italian guy, is standing outside the door and he just smiles and looks at me and he's like, are you ready? And I was like, sure. So then he starts to try to open the door. He's so short he can't reach the door. My doctor can't even open a door and I'm gonna let him cut open my leg. So they wheel me into the room. There's like 10, 15 people in there all running around and there's like tables of knives and saws and it was, oh my gosh, like Grey's Anatomy did not prepare me for that. For surgery, they broke my shin bone, moved everything over. In the process, they had to like go and clear out all of my cartilage that was like shattered and built up in like the sides of my knee. Basically, I have no cartilage left. There's 2 screws in my leg. I was in a wheelchair for 8 weeks. After I got out of my wheelchair, I was on crutches for 6 weeks. I had to spend 2 weeks at home. They made me lots of soup. I don't even like soup. Oh, I was like, I'm not ill. They just broke my leg. I've got 1 fixed knee and 1 not fixed knee, which makes my legs are like this. They're uneven because one kneecap is fixed and the other one is still 2 inches too high. So, thank you, Dr. Barrios. Needless to say, he's not going anywhere near my right knee.